Hi there, welcome to the 5-month recap of animating with zero experience. I didn't have as much time to animate a new principal this week, so I decided to put a little more effort into the recap video. To make up for that fact, I thought I'd draw a little narrator to guide you through today's video. Last month, I expressed my displeasure with how I was going about learning how to animate. It was very sporadic, I wasn't really learning anything, and I was just kind of doing what I wanted. Therefore, I decided to focus on the 12 principles of animation as outlined by Alan Becker. I threw up some polls on my community tab to see which ones you would like to see first. For this month, it was squash and stretch, exaggeration, and arcs. Are you ready to see how they're made? Let's begin. One of the most commonly used animation practices is animating a flour sack. Now, this flour sack can be turning, it could be jumping, but regardless, it's one of the go-to exercises because of its simplicity and complex nature at the same time. It's simple in that you don't have to animate many limbs as if you were animating a human or an animal. It's complex in that you have to make it move and act like a human. But how does a person act and move like a human? I found that it's a mix between many different animation principles combined. In this one that's playing right now, you'll see that he's squashing and stretching as he jumps into the air and lands back down. You can see his eyes bug out of his head with a bit of exaggeration. With a week as a budget of time, I decided to really challenge myself and focus on improving my skills. In other words, quality over quantity. In this one, I really wanted to include the two principles of animation I'd be focusing on within the next couple of weeks, that being squash and stretch and exaggeration. While it is very limited on frames, being only 3, it was great practice trying to draw a character that I'm not used to drawing. This moves me into next week's animation principle being exaggeration, and after learning that animation is just a hodgepodge or a non-homogeneous mixture of all the 12 principles, I feel like my progress really started to take off. The speed at which I was animating increased, the quality increased in the fact that the movements seemed more smooth, and overall I felt more satisfied after having completed an animation. And even though it is as if you're adding outrageous details to a story you are telling your friends, in animation, it makes it even more believable. Going over the top makes everything seem more natural. Going over the top makes people want to watch more, captivates the audience, and forces them to watch and pay attention to what's happening on the screen. Now, enough of me yapping about my experiences and what I've learned. For the next month, it'll mark half a year since I started my animation journey. So for that, I have something very special prepared. I won't be posting weekly. Instead, I'll be saving all my time and prepping for one large animation the same way I prepped for that fight scene. Now, although I said it's a large-scale animation, what I mean by that is that there's going to be a lot of moving parts. I'll try to include as many animation principles as I can, but for that, I'm going to be focusing on quality versus quantity once again. So this animation, I can't guarantee, but will be up to 10 seconds long. Therefore, I'm asking you to be patient and to stick with me, even though I may not be as active as I was before. I'm putting my head down, focusing on what's next, and hope you all enjoy, and wait anxiously for my next post. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.